Everybody in the house tonight, come on now. Non-discreet, my style is chic. We all family, meet and greet. Stand up, don't recline your seats, cause I'm about to take you behind the beats.
Summertime is just my thing. Lana's putting some respect on Gershwin's legacy.
Classical composer George Gershwin? Gershwin?
Yeah, listen. Lana loves vintage, like classic pop. And the founding father of classic pop is...
Gershwin. So, New York City, the 20s, around there?
Let's go. These two guys are George and Ira Gershwin. They're on their way to meet an absolute hero of theirs. They started out as typical New York street kids. George loved to skate around the blocks, but he also liked to get in fights.
George was a thug on roller skates?
It was a different era, but yeah, to his mother's despair, George liked to mix it up.
I guess those hands had to start somewhere.
One day, Mama Gershwin decides to buy the brainier bro Ira a piano. But surprise, it's tough guy George who takes to it. Like, right away.
George is a quick study. By 15, he's playing professionally. And by 20, he's a successful composer with Ira as his lyricist.
George wrote the music and Ira wrote the rhymes.
Exactly. Keeping it in the family.
The sound of the time is a combination of operetta and traditional European folk songs. But the brothers start writing their own stuff, and soon they're the hottest artists on Broadway.
The Kings of New York. Wait, but what, story over?
Not even close. George Gershwin wants something more. The SS France is carrying precious cargo. Maurice Ravel, the greatest French classical composer alive.
Ravel's a legend, huge brain, a genius.
Exactly. What makes him cool is his absolutely insatiable curiosity. He blows folks' minds by incorporating musical styles from across the globe.
French, Russian, Middle Eastern, Spanish? So why America?
Ravel is in the States on his only American tour. He's an explorer looking to discover skyscrapers, the Grand Canyon, and of course, music.
It's George and Ira Gershwin. Mr. Ravel, welcome to New York City.
George is loved on Broadway, but it's not enough. Even the great Gershwin doubted himself.
He wants his music to be important and serious and immortal, like Mozart's or Bach's.
Or Ravel's. So who better to ask for lessons? But Ravel admires Gershwin's originality and instincts and doesn't want to mess them up. He says no.
Why become a second-rate Ravel when you are already a first-rate Gershwin? You got rhythm, you got music, you got your man. Who could ask for anything more?
It's a simple thing that'll stick with Gershwin forever. But this is America. There's always more. He asks Ravel if there's anything he'd like to do.
Jazz. I would love to hear jazz.
Located in Harlem, the Cotton Club is one of the city's most popular nightclubs.
It's home to Josephine Baker, Cab Calloway, Louis Armstrong, a truly wild list of all-timers. There isn't a hotter joint in the city.
Unfortunately, the Cotton Club refused to let black customers in to watch.
So they let them play music but not come watch it? Awful.
It's so wrong. But the nightclubs do offer black musicians a spotlight and a steady gig. It pays the bills and lets them develop their new sound.
Jazz. It's about to become the soundtrack of the era, the Roaring 20s, thanks in large part to tonight's host,
big band legend, Duke Ellington.
Sir Duke.
Ellington's nightly performances at the Cotton Club are broadcast across the country, and they turn him into a national star.
He takes jazz from popular, not serious dance music to one of the most ambitious and respected musical styles of the century. Take this sound seriously. Jazz is the future.
When Ravel told Gershwin to trust his instincts, Gershwin listened. Like all of us, he was capable of more than he thought.
Gershwin didn't become a classical composer like Ravel or Bach. Instead, he became himself. Gershwin.
He does the unthinkable. He takes jazz and pulls it into so-called serious opera. It's completely new. The first mashup of American popular music and European classical music.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are freedom.
It's called Porgy and Bess, and it's about the plight of Black Americans. Talk about a risk for that time.
It debuts on Broadway with a cast of 100% Black performers. It played at the Washington National Theater, where, thanks to protests by Anne Brown, who played Bess, Black audiences were allowed in for the first time. Porgy and Bess's iconic song is Summertime. It helps establish the sound of modern pop. Short, simple, and catchy with an emotional hook. Classic pop is born.
Summertime is covered by artists as diverse as Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, Janis Joplin, Miles Davis, and Lana Del Rey. Because if you look behind the beats, all music is related.
We are family. Yes, sir. Everybody in the house tonight, come on now. Non-discreet, my style is chic. We all family, meet and greet. Stand up, don't recline your seats, cause I'm about to take you behind the beats.